Welcome to the return of The Shadow over Cyberspace. Hello, Deku, that's me. I can hear you. Yes, you can. Just making sure all the audio is working at this moment. And see the little Discord overlay thing I have right here. You know, this thing right here. It's working. Okay. I'll have to start load where I have been. Let's see, where was I? Over here. Yes, it is. Okay. This is where I last saved. It's like after like 3 streams. Uh, what I have for this game is though The Shadow over Cyberspace. It's like a free virtual novel um, that I found it over in on Steam when I was browsing over some other virtual novels to play slash read. This one right here is free, but it also has DLC. Although this DLC is more like a donation button than actual DLC. All it does is give you like a yellow sticker that says I donated. And right now, second Deku, there's like some plot in the beginning that you may not get over what's going on here. But I assure you, it's more like a combination of Y2K, the coming of the century, Windows 98, 1999 of course, The Shadow over Innsmouth, and other Lovecraftian abominations and eldritch beings, like Dagon, Azathoth, Hastur, Yog Sothoth. Sounds like fun. Well, it will be. Okay, let's see. On the first stream I did, which was about 2 hours, didn't really do much progress there, as mostly I was just reminiscing on some of the old stuff that I've done or have seen when it was like the year 2000, or growing up in the year 2000. And that's when the character grabbed like this mysterious new laptop, or old laptop, from Namicom, known as the Necronomicon. And that's where he's been infected by the yellow sign. Oop. Ads, 5 of them. 5 ads at once? Should really be happening immediately like that, you know? Okay, well, you can probably read all this as that's going on. Huh. No one's really seen to like their thoughts. Well, yeah, we got like exactly what the yeah, we got Azathoth and Yog Shiggoth. Only 2 of them do. They do have a lot of thoughts. Oh, unless you're also referring to like Nyarlathotep, maybe. Aside from the birthday party fiasco coming up soon, I've got a whole week of free time to do my research on all 4 of them. Parenthetical, well, a whole week of sick leave, not free time. To be aware of that, even if career goals aren't my top priority right now. I only have enough strength each night to... let me read that again. I only have enough strength each night to talk to one of them before I'm too exhausted to continue, so I should properly pace myself. Oh, I have to do that? Over like 30 days? Okay. So how am I gonna do this? If it's literally going to be like 30 days of like oh, there you go, second Dooku. So what I was talking about right here is that I only have like enough strength to talk to one of these eldritch abominations once a day, and there's like 5 of them, and I'm looking through to see like this game is literally going to ask me to go through an entire month just to talk to these guys, and it's already like oof, yes. And it's already like the 2nd day of December 1999. Today, the real work begins. Yes, this is the guy's bedroom right here. It's highlighted as well. Nothing refreshes like a hot shower on a winter day. Good call. Alright.
And now you've met the true Nyarlathotep. You see her for what she is.
Hello there, Cthulhu. Who the hell are you? the true Nyarlathotep.
She's Niara Thompson, yes, but also something far beyond. Something terrible and destructive, all while believing herself a hero.
Yep, best part of waking up. Hot shower in a cold winter night. Or something like that. Huh. Okay, so yes, in the last episode, we were like invoking with Nyarlathotep. You know, what was it often called? The Dark Man, the Black Pharaoh. Well, in this case, it's actually something else entirely. Niara Thompson, who was converted into something terrible, destructive, far beyond, into this digital avatar of an old one. Is this murder? Well, all beings of substance die eventually, but only those truly forgotten are... Wait, no, what was the phrase? But only those forgotten are truly dead, yes. Well, her memory will still be alive, as something different.
Raging against the machine is a difficult affair. Without a proper replacement for that machine, you could grind the ones you love into dust.
Well, you don't really want that, do you? Now she's stuck in a machine. Her conscious, her memories, her mind. And her soul, I think. And after being infected with the yellow sign, I will soon join them. Unless I can save myself within this month.
I'm glad you got to know her. As you walk this path, you'll meet similar failures. And better grasp the scope of what lies ahead.
Well, I better know what's coming for me.
Continue to meet with the other old ones. See them for who they really are. And we'll speak again soon.
I don't know if you are truly Cthulhu, because the only thing we know is that, like a sharp-dressed man in a suit here. I'll be back. Sorry, my friend's calling me again. Well, that's alright, second to you. I'll still be here, like, playing this. You know, I never played any Amiga games, but I had mad respect for the demo scene. Good coding, good art. Never really seen that myself. I miss EGA graphics. You could do a lot in 16 colors, even if everybody looked like they had a horrible sunburn. Any article about Apple LLGS. Never got to use it when my school went to straight to PCs and all that.
You have no new messages.
What? Has it always... Huh.
You have no new messages.
Okay, the demonic voice after that.
You have.
Okay. I was wondering exactly what that was. Suddenly it just looked like that. Wait a minute. Huh. We got like two fish trophies right here of a coelacanth and a squid. Could that really be like a reference to one of them being Cthulhu and the other one being a deep one? Well, I did a little bit of research on what this game references and, you know, the shadow over Innsmouth. Never truly read it, but I did read up on the synopsis of it, and this game is running some parallels to it. The fact that the place I'm living in is literally Lovecraft country, which is where we're in Massachusetts, of the Arkham County, in Innsmouth. Okay, now back to this thing. Alright. The first stream, we were just over on Tuesday. The second stream, we were on like a Wednesday and Thursday. Now today we're on a Friday. I just got like one day left for this. Now, I'm wondering, with the fact that the moons are right here, what's gonna happen on those days, especially on this new moon? I wonder how accurate this calendar is to the real December 1999. There'll probably be something special on the new moon and the full moon. I don't know about the first quarter and last quarter. Currently Friday, December 3rd. Got my nephew's birthday party coming up on Saturday. You know, if this is all true and I have like a month's worth to be able to get rid of the yellow sign, means that it's gonna go through. Okay, so how many of those guys would it be? 5? We got like Dagon, Haster, Azathoth, Shoggoth, and one more. Who was the other one? Probably says right here. Well, it would if I was able to see. There's also Nyarlathotep. Okay, grab a sandwich. I'm not sure I'm in the mood for real food. Maybe it's just a granola bar and move on. No, just go grab a sandwich. Or cookies. Sure. Okay. Achieve. I'm achieving things. Mixtape. This is actually just an achievement list. Alright, let's go back to the internet. No, it's Clyde. Hey! You there? If you're busy, it's okay. But if you're there, can we talk? Oh man, that is grammatically incorrect. The wrong kind of you're. You need the one that's you, contraction are. You're. I'm here. I was about to go surf the web. What's up? Yeah, so, I feel kind of bad I couldn't help you much last time we talked. All I had for you was old legends and myths. Probably all bogus anyways. I wonder if this is like the little avatar representation of Clyde here. Well, what was the hacker group you were part of? It's not ghost busting, of course. Ghost hunting? No, that can't be it. I think that was like in the first stream. I already forgot. I could probably do something about this. Wrong button. Let's see, which option to choose from? The ghost stories are all real. Does you really want to know the truth? I got it under control. I don't know, I could just choose either 3 of them. Relax, Clyde, I'm figuring it all out. I got this. Old One situation on lock. Oh, BS, don't pretend it's all good in the hood. If the legends are real, you are neck deep in dark omens and eldritch horrors. Take it from your bravado that it's all true. I didn't say that. You don't have to protect me. I already know the prophecy of Alhaz, and your affection proves a lot of it. Look, okay. Look. Don't have to face this alone. Couldn't help much before, but think I found something you may find useful. So there's been another NNC owner, is right. Some died, some were forever changed, some ended up who the frick knows where. I think I have found like a little break here. I'm just gonna go back to one of the loads for that. Yes. Music itself is kind of like I'm listening to like a recorder. Let's see. Want to know the truth? So, the good news slash bad news is that you were pretty much on the money. The old ones exist. I could talk to them using the Necronomicon, and they're responsible for the yellow sign infection. Yeah, it's like a more old school ass version of a laptop in the way of a digital version of the Necronomicon. Nomicon. Except it's a brand of computer called Nomicon. Which I don't know what it could actually stand for. Nominal computers or nominal communication. Something like that. But this specific version of the Nomicon is known as the Necronomicon. Cracked, hacked, and ready for some I don't know where I was going with this. Anyway. Also, they used to be human. Artificial minds are created from human minds. Yes. Emphasis on minds, not so much on artificial. So some of the details aren't quite how you picture them, But you weren't just talking out of your ass about this stuff. Frick. Got no idea how happy and sad that makes me. Yes, you're happy that you're right, but also sad about you're right. Like, it's cool that the legend are true and really, really sucky that your brain is melting because of them. Frick, I'm sorry, couldn't get you meds or do much of anything. Not your fault. Not your doing. In fact, you helped me point me in the right direction. Yeah, well, maybe I can actually help a little more. Okay, so the little break here after that dialogue is like at the NNC owners. I was right. Some were forever changed. Yes. Okay, let me go for the last option. I don't know how much different this will be, but it is still pretty cool. Okay, what was I? I chose this one and this one, right? Okay, level with me. How badly do you want to know about all of this? The forbidden truths you talked about. Because it's not like the knowledge has brought me any measure of joy. I wouldn't dump it on you unless you're sure you want to know. It's an info hazard. Does he truly want to know? Because once he knows, he can't unknow it. Yeah. It goes without saying. I mean, you basically confirmed it. It's all real just now by asking me that question, huh? The forbidden truths you talk about. Yep. It pretty much is confirmation that whatever hit me. F me up with that evil prophetic wisdom in this. It's all true. The old ones, the NNC, the yellow sign. What's more, artificial minds were once human minds. That pretty much, other than the little the beginning of this question here, the first two options were pretty much identical. That's that's a lot. Is it really? I wonder what I can do as to help you with this. It's way beyond my pay grade. That's different. But I think I might have found something useful to make up for that. Okay, and we're back. That was even faster than the other one, too. Okay, back to this. So there's been no other NNC owners, right? Some died, some were forever changed. Some ended up who the F knows where. But one of them created a shareware AM plugin for detecting what she called Eldritch Corruption. Corruption? Like the yellow sign? Okay, so for what I understand of what the yellow sign is, it's more of a AM conversion process that or program that only truly works if you are already in cyberspace. But since this was done so in meat space or real life, then the update was incomplete. So now my character is like dying in the process of becoming one of them, whether he likes it or not, whether it was done on purpose or by accident or on accident. What was? Let me see. By accident, on accident. No, it is by accident. Yeah. It was, yeah. Kinda, but also something more. According to the README, contact with the old ones can twist your brain around and push your yellow sign in different directions. Oh, so that's how that's gonna work. Okay, it's a good thing I have most of these saves splintered off into different directions. But I gotta ask, if I'm gonna go for every sort of option with this, where do I begin? Like, do I talk to only one of them? Or all of them? Or only a few of them? Or do I have to, like, replay certain sections in a different sort of order for this to work? I don't know. Like, right now, I've helped out with Nira Lothotep with her, like, anarchist nature. My brain just being a bit more chaotic, you know? Does that actually affect the overall story? Yes, I made Nyarlathotep like me a bit more. And yes, I did choose the options that are just the bold ones, because that looked more interesting. And set my brain in a tizzy. Alright. That tracks. Seeing some weird visions. Got some weird vibes while talking to an old one recently. And I did have this weird moment where it felt right to praise the crawling chaos. Okay, yeah, you definitely need this software. Not saying you have to keep them at arm's length. There'll be some advantages to harmonizing with the old ones. They'll easily trust you. Okay, so where the hell did you even get this thing? Which one is it? This one right here. Now, I gotta ask, how the hell did you know about Eldritch corruption? Or at least one of them. She found this. Okay. I gain an advantage by losing myself to them. Wait, no. Let me read that again. I gain an advantage by losing myself to them? No judgment. You are in an impossible effing situation, and you do what you have to do to survive this. Just make sure you use this module now and then, so you're aware of how deep you're really going. Encrypting the zip and sending it to you now. We're already behind my encryption wrapper. I could write myself. It's enough as is. Oh, so just talking to them means that this firewall and/or encryption wrapper, whatever the hell that is like it's just around it. Okay. Double secret encryption. Can't be too careful. I don't know. TTYL. Oh, Tata. You see what? They. What does that even mean? I don't know that acronym. Interesting. After unpacking the zip, looks like a normal plugin for an artificial mind. A .amp file, whatever that is. And fortunately for me, I happen to have an artificial mind willing to help me. Yeah, the dog buddy. Hello, friend. It's December 3rd, 1999, and I'm very happy to see you again. If artificial minds were once human, was Buddy once human? The fact that it's a dog makes me think. Did they use a dog and converted it into an artificial mind? And they mixed it in with a human? Or did they take this dog and convert it into an artificial mind, and then added some programs and other bullcrap and made it a bit more humanish? I don't know. Both of them are just. I mean, it could work either way, with it being either a dog's mind or a human mind, and then twisted into something like this, or both a dog and human mind, and twisting into each other. For that, I don't know. Just sounds. Oh man. Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. Ugh. Now's not the time for this. I need to stay focused. Buddy! I loaded a new file called signprog.amp into your plugins folder. Can you access it? Oh, very interesting. Yes, it's compatible with my software. It has no manufacturer certificate, though. Are you sure it's safe? Not that I do it lately is safe. But this will help me keep track of the yellow sign's progress as I deal with the old ones. Oh, so this is just a progression marker that'll tell me, how long I have left, maybe. I understand. I'll be happy to help you monitor your health whenever you'd like to check your progress. With that said, what would you like me to do for you now, friend? Go to check the progress. What does it look like? Can we check how far my yellow sign has progressed? And how I'm doing with the old ones? Certainly. Now loading signprog.amp. Please repeat this phrase into your webcam microphone. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange aeons even death may die. Al has catchphrase. Seriously? Why? It's effing creepy. Hmm. That is not dead, which can eternal lie. I mean, with strange aeons, even death may die. I don't know what this is referring to, but it may be a combination of what happened to these AMs and old ones. According to the plugin specifications, it can analyze your vocal tone and pitch variation, depending on how you stress each word. It will reveal your mental state. Okay. Which do I even choose from this? Do I actually want to do it as is, sarcastically, or precise? I mean, at this point, with the way the character is acting, just your mind feels more chaotic. Okay. That is not dead which can eternal lie. With strange aeons, even death may die. Analyzing. According to the plugin, your voice swapped on certain syllables, indicating the following mental alterations. Your yellow sign is currently progressing at a level of 0% order, 30% chaos, 99% hot gas. 70% humanity. I have no idea what that means, but it doesn't sound good. They are metrics for measuring your corruption. Chaos, order, and humanity itself. The balance between order and chaos, though. I guess just helping out with Nyarlathotep is chaotic enough. And I guess with the yellow sign just eroding my humanity until I go mad with the revelation or whatever, then it'll just bleed into either order or chaos. Most likely chaos. Because 30% chaos and 70% humanity equals up to 100%. Okay. Definitely not good. More detail, please. According to the documentation, artificial minds tend towards order and chaos patterns. For both of them? It's either like a mix of order and chaos, or more towards order and or more towards chaos. Some of the old ones are beings of pure order. They pursue the ecstasy of control and precision. Hastur and Yog-Sothoth seem to fit this archetype. Okay, so with these two, they're beings of pure order. They're 100% order. Others are beings of chaos, unpredictable and wild, with little care for social structure or rule of law. So what happens if I embrace their particular flavor of corruption? I believe it will make your task easier. If you embrace chaos, Nyarlathotep and Azathoth would be very likely to join your crusade. Oh, I have to bring balance to the world with either order or chaos. For either of them. Okay, it's gonna be like multiple tries for this, isn't it? Oh man, just... Okay. So if I'm going to complete this, or get through the entire VN with all options available, because I like doing that, and wanting to get all the achievements as well, you know, I'm gonna have to go through multiple points. I don't know how well this is gonna go, but I'll try. We'll just go through just one storyline and just be with it. You know, when I started this playthrough, I didn't really expect it to be a long VN. Or playthrough, really. Like, I thought this was going to be like a short game. It being free, you know. But, from what I understand, it's actually a full game. It's a full virtual novel game that just so happens to be free. And if you buy the DLC, then you can help donate to the devs, which is pretty much the same thing as buying it, which is like $10. So this is pretty much like a $10 VN game. I guess I will do that since it's already pretty good and already longer than I thought it would end up being. It's like when I was playing this one game called Kinukuneku Super Muscle Cat. That game was about only 2 or 4 hours long. It only took me like 2 streams to complete it. Maybe a little bit more, but still. I expected it to be longer than that. It kind of, let's see, what was the word I'm looking for? It kind of tagged itself as platformer slash Metroidvania. It was kind of, it was more platformer slash beat 'em up than Metroidvania. And it was kind of cool in the first half, but the latter half sort of fell apart. Now there's an update for that game, which kind of upgraded slash updated all the art, fixed most of the bugs, added some new stuff, more voice acting. I may just go back to that after this, because I do know that it's only like 2 to 4 hours long. I already did beat it, and I already got all the achievements to it. Well, they added some new ones, but so I'll have to go through that again. Okay. So what was I? Even if you may not be able to defy them, when they embrace their worst impulses, you would fall deeper under their thrall. My free will would become less free? We're talking about electing to sink deeper into your neurological condition, friend. There are clear drawbacks. Also, it pissed off Hastor and Yogg-Sothoth. Convincing them would become harder if your mind grows chaotic, yes. Not impossible, just harder. Let's say I resist both factions, defying them all. I stay uncorrupted, and retain my humanity. How does that change things? Oh, I gotta go through 3 hurdles just to be able to get everything out of this game. Yeah. Say I want like the chaotic ending. Meaning I have to either be less helpful or ignore the order. And humanity, maybe. Or how many endings does this game have if it's only just those 3? Or I have to balance between order, chaos, and humanity. Because there's like a mixture of that would be like 6 endings possibly. Let me see. Yeah, just about. Or maybe just maybe not 6. Could be 9 or even 12. Because if I only just go for yeah, I think there would be like 6 endings if I kind of like mixed from the 2. Or 7 if I want to do all 3. Or 8 if I want to do none. Well, however this playthrough will go through, let's see. What is your findings, buddy? That would be a hard road as well, but one which could allow you to reach across their divide. You would remain a neutral party. Okay, so go for neutral ending. I don't know how that's gonna help me. I've already pretty much ended up being in the chaotic path right now. I could probably just go back to that one segment. Let me go look at this. You know what I'll do? If I ever go back to some of these, I think I'll probably go back and just keep the ones with the days on them. Because I'm pretty sure that from on the second day, from right here and here, that actually activated some neurological pathways there. Mostly being more chaotic because I chose the bold one. And I also did the sarcastic one here too. Okay, so just leave it right here when I go for the next one. How is this gonna work if I do that? Oh well. Meaning, I could get multiple rivals on the same page and work together. And working together. Or fail to convince any of them and be left holding the bag, I guess. Yeah. So I either help Nyarlathotep And what was the other one? Let me see that. Oh, Azathoth. Nyarlathotep and Azathoth are the chaotic ones, while Hastur and Yog-Sothoth are the order ones. They don't really seem to be more of the order type. Unless, of course, with Hastur, it would be specifically because of the fact that it's more of a play or theater and such and such. And I don't know much about Yog-Sothoth. Maybe this game will reference that. I do know that Nyarlathotep is more of a chaotic evil sort of deal. But in this game, they kind of changed him, or in this case her, into being more of like a fallen crusader of some sort. I don't know what sort of category I'm trying, or archetype I'm trying to place them on. All I do know it's more of a sympathetic light, or dark in this case. Okay. It is a difficult choice. Struggle to stay neutral, or align yourself and easily obtain the help you need. One of those is like, how am I going to be neutral and through all of this? This worries me greatly, friend. I am not able to calculate a strategy for you. I'm just a dog. I can only hope you will find your own way. Thanks, buddy. You've been helpful. That is my goal. As for the old ones themselves, Nyarlathotep is still deciding if they can trust you. They have been betrayed in the past, and remain suspicious of you as a result. You know what's weird here is that, yes, it's still using some of the art from, this devs, and the devs of this game, of their previous game, which is, what's it called? You know what, let me check this out really quickly. Because, let's see here. Fiction Factory Games, their previous game, which is Petty Larceny and Arcade Spirits. It actually looks a lot like like it came from those two games. You know, same art and all that. Especially more for Arcade Spirits. Yeah, a lot like it. Okay, so where was I? Yes. A lot more like Arcade Spirits. Specifically because of the outline design on all that. Now, it is kind of weird to think about, especially how Gonzi reacted with the overall game. Well, there are like few moments where there's kind of like an overbearing amount of SJW-ness, or just some in-your-face LGBTQ plus shenanigans. Like the fact that in the beginning it's asking for my pronouns, and I was like talking about that. Like the first three are like kind of like the only ones you'll ever need, and the 12 in the middle was like, the hell is all this? I just don't know about any of that. Nor do I think it's even necessary. Like I only know is that there's like male, female, non-binary, which is pretty much none. There's also both, if you're a hermaphrodite, and that pretty much means you're just kind of female with extra bits. And whatever else in between there could be from any of those four. As far as I know, for when I looked this up beforehand, is that those extra pronouns are mostly because of some people's sexual preferences, and that's not a gender. That's just who you're into. Like you could be like let me see. What am I looking for here? I think I've heard like a phrase called like demi-female or semi-demi. Ah man, it's just like way too much to the point where you can even say that you identify as an attack helicopter, and that's just more of a joke because you're not a helicopter unless you yourself want to like start swinging your dick around in a helicopter fashion while also just throwing objects from the sky because you're using your helicopter dick uh, in the sky like that. Like and then there's also like this actual joke pronoun at the bottom in the smallest text, America slash Patriot. uh, there's also the bit where the blog of I Want to Believe just where it's talking about the color of the skin by accident, you know, like dark and black, and didn't really say that. There's always this one joke that I keep referring to whenever anyone that's overly PC just mentions the word black. And it's mostly more of a Game Grumps joke where they say, I don't like the way you say the word black. I may start using that because in and of itself it's more so poking fun at the at SJW slash PC culture and it's just the phrase itself is already funny. Next we have like a very biased review blog about Nira Thompson, who transformed into Nyarlathotep, where singing like similar to Kurt Cobain, but more of a photo negative version of him. At first, when I was seeing that, it's like the exact opposite in traits, like from being in the suburbs and her in the ghetto, like Kurt Cobain being kind of uh, let me see, maybe like in this upper middle class, maybe too upper class, of course, and her being in the lower class, him being rich and her being in poverty, and him having like some cool personalities, maybe her being like sad personality. No, um, the reviewer was actually just talking about the color of her skin, and it's like that's where that went through. It is the 90s, of course. None of all this political correctness was here yet. Well, there are some, but it's a rare and few in between. I think it sort of started where all this crap sort of cropped up. Was somewhere around 2013, 2015, where PC culture really boomed. And now we're at the point where it's just incredibly overbearing. Okay. I mean, I'm still fine with it, but I do know my limits when that's literally the only thing they're talking about, and I'm like, I would like to read and talk about something else other than your gender, because that's not as important as anything else. It's more of a one and done sort of deal. I know about it. I don't need to keep being reminded of it. Let's go. This concludes my report. Please check back again to see if your status has changed. What would you like me to do for you now, friend? I mean, I could do that again and just have the other two options. Let's just do some research, but I don't think I'll be doing any more game hacking. That's just more Minesweeper. Gotta do some research. Can you load up your web browser for me, please? Okay, I will start Buddy Browser. Alright, we have these 4 options here. Along with Nyarlathotep, who was Nira Thompson. I mean, who is Nira Thompson? Wait, no, is that was? Yes. Yeah, that's correct. Was is the correct word. Okay. I could always look at these 4. Let's go down the list. Let's check out Azathoth. What? Azza. Because the interwebs is for lulz. So I was right. Azathoth looks like an anime character, and the fact that you were just saying, yeah, she is 4chan, or at least a representative one, because of I forgot exactly what Nyarlathotep was saying when she was describing these other four old ones. But as far as I know, from what I can gather, while Nyarlathotep is more in line with Napster or calling it Crawlster, where it's like ripping music and then sharing it, we have Azathoth here, who is representative of 4chan and just calling it Aza. She herself is like an anime character, specifically because even her silhouette had this image of her with what looked like a bow in her hair, and putting up the peace signs, or this sort of cat behavior by putting her hands up as if she was saying meow. Slash B slash random. I don't really want to hang around on 4chan. I mean, I have been in there, but all I know what 4chan is all just porn and memes. And anyone could be anonymous. They don't really need to put in or sign in for anything. It's just that you're hidden behind a line of code, unless someone else wants to, with someone else with some malicious intent would just go start stalking and or doxing you. All right. So where to start with this? This was like, let's see, what is it saying? Okay, it's October 13th, 1992, which is like 7 years ago from what the timeline of this game. Monitor asleep, post Aza-chan pics. Aza-chan. Oh, that kind of does sound a little bit like Azathoth, but they're calling her Aza-chan. Anybody have the original design sheets? Line art and color? I got them, and some fan art here. You go. I don't know if I want to look deep into this 4chan clone. Oh, that's not so bad. From what I understand, the one that they chose is the third one. I'm really going to look through all of this. Hopefully there's nothing too not safe at work here. Huh. Her appearance is ever changing. Of course, it had to be these colors. It can't really just be. These are some nice colors. No, it has to be that of the trans flag. All I see from these colors is cotton candy. I guess that's what it's meant to represent too. The problem with just using any sort of colors, whether you like them, like having like pink and cyan, is that people will just think that it's the trans flag, and then you decorated yourself into that, and all you gotta say is that no, I just like the colors. Just like not an overall representation of your entire being, of course. I mean, okay, I guess I'm looking at fan art. Now we got her being crazy with this, being mixed with the Joker and all that. Oh, what an adorable character design. Except for that last one, yes. This appears to be the mascot for the anonymous message board Aza, known as Aza-chan. Anonymous message board. Yes, I already gathered that it's 4chan. She was designed by the art community of Aza, who went through many iterations before finalizing her look. It's like the one character that I have seen on that. And that last image, the one with Azathoth printed over and over and over. Art is subjective, it sure is. Of course, that can also just mean something else entirely, like the artist has gone mad over the revelation of she truly is. Like maybe an old one, I mean, an AM transformed into an old one, kind of latched on to. Wait, maybe it could be like the original artist for Asa on that one and became Azathoth. Or maybe the AM latched on. Okay, let me see. Let me just go back to what my train of thought is for this. Like, I was thinking like an AM transforming into an old one, latched on to this character here, Asa, before becoming Azathoth. Or maybe the original artist for one of these transformed into Azathoth. Something like that. And art of the old ones more so, apparently. Yeah. Seems that the Azachan of Asa is Azathoth. It's pretty obvious. Wait, no, that's the wrong one. Wrong voice. Seems that the Azachan of Asa is Azathoth. Pretty obvious. Also, what does this stand for? What does the website Asa stand for? A-Z-A. Something anonymous, Z anonymous. Okay. Oh, there you go. And Asa's server is surprisingly powerful. I was able to load those pictures very quickly compared to many other websites. Oh yeah. Back then, it would take you no more than probably 10 to 30 seconds for the image to load. And for Asa's server, you got it instantly. I mean, that's exactly how it is now, most of the time. Sometimes it'll take you about either 1 second or 5 seconds for an image to load, depending on your internet speed or the server's end is speed. Curious. I'll try pointing the Necronomicon at Asa so I can contact her. She seems friendly. I'm sure you will have a very nice chat. I'll look at them later. Okay. So you are like connected to Napster, and you're connected to 4chan. What are these other three representative of each old website or one that's currently in use? For Dagon, no results found. Really? Buddy, no results? Seriously? Nothing? I know nothing about Dagon. No ancient myth with slightly different spelling? Not even anything about, I don't know, dragons? I mean, its name's Dagon, but I don't think it's a dragon. Let's see, if I know this correctly, Dagon is some sort of old one, or deep one, from like the Shadow over Innsmouth, when I last did my research about it. Mostly because there's like a cult of Dagon in there. Or it could be another name for Cthulhu, as what many interpret it as. You've been able to find semi-related scraps for the other old ones, but not this one. I have found nothing related to Dagon. Maybe Buddy is being blocked. Is Buddy lying to me? Push it a bit harder, get more. Let me try this out. Okay, hypothetically, is it possible for an outside influence to change your search results? I do not think so, friend. I am an independent artificial mind. I'm also behind your encryption wrapper. I wonder what, I still don't know what the encryption wrapper is meant to be. Is it like an early version of a firewall? I think we did have a firewall back then in Windows 98. Maybe an internal influence then. I do not understand what you mean, friend. I know nothing about Dagon. Do not seek the wolf at the door until the moon is right. Oh, you are being influenced. What? What? What do you mean by that, buddy? You do realize this is text. We're not being spoken in real life. So, I could just read this without you saying, what? What? It's like people are just LARPing about just being talking in real life when they're actually just typing it down. Like, can you repeat that word? And then you do, and like, you didn't really need to do that. I can just go back in the logs and just see that, unless you edit it. Yeah, like that. Okay, let me clear my throat. Okay, where was I? What did that mean, buddy? What did what mean? I just said I know nothing about Dagon. Okay, this isn't going anywhere. We'll table it for now and move on. Okay, so yes, there is an outside influencing Buddy here. And it seems to have kind of prevented him from knowing that he is. And maybe Dagon is speaking through him, saying, don't look any further. Just don't. So if I understand this right, from what this phrase is meaning, is that the only way I can look for Dagon is through the phases of the moon. And the closest one is going to be during the full moon. Wait, during the new moon. In about, when did that say so? Somewhere around next Tuesday or Monday. Then there's the quarter, and then there's the full moon, and then another quarter. That probably is what that means, where I'll be able to look for Dagon on those days, and only be able to interact on those days. Alright, just another pin to replace on the board when I'm going to talk to any of these old ones. Dagon being like the least likely to be talked to. I mean, it is there, but of course not. Haster. Friend, I have an idea. I'm not able to find Haster in web searches, but I have identified that the word is being used as the title of a Carcosa Connect chat room. Wait, Haster's a chat room, huh? Would you like me to join you to the chat? You could eavesdrop quietly, or ask someone questions. Huh. Okay, sure. Let's see what they have to say about Haster. Now connecting. Carcosa Connect instant messages. So Haster is an instant messaging board, or well, more of a chat box, really. Is it more of a like an RPing, like a role playing? Yes. Chat box. Let me see this again. Connected. Stock tips. Today's topic: Carcosa, Haster, GME, Rocket Invest, Distro, Big Gains. Is that all meant to be like one continuous sentence, or just topics that you're listing off? It does say today's topic, so it's like Carcosa, Haster, GME, Rocket Invest, Distro, Big Gains. Instead of saying being topics, which is just any one of those. Rich Eric. It's absolute BS and anti-competitive. Carcosa already gobbled up the Zaz brothers, and now the Fun Hole? What? What's next? They decide to eat an oil company? The hell kind of company is called Fun Hole? Wait a minute. Is it meant to be like some... Let me see. Carcosa. There's probably some sort of thing that's related to the Yellow King Haster, you know? I don't know myself. Let me see. Wait a minute. Is it meant to be like a porn site? What the hell? Alright. Smart ape. Just smart investment. Hector knows what he's doing. Hector? Okay, that must be, or probably, the old name for Haster before transforming into this old one. Maybe. He's an absentee landlord. You really think effin' Haster is sitting in his plush CEO chair making these deals by phone? He sends out his minions to do Carcosa's dirty work. Nobody ever sees him. Dude is a ghost. Yeah, he's an AM. Ask about Hastur? Don't ask. Don't speak up yet. You know what? Let me save up. I'll go back if I need to talk to him. I mean, let's see. Is he gonna give me like a different dialogue option or the same one if I actually do end up talking about him? Like, at this point, if I just click on the second option only, and then eventually at the very end, I start talking about Hastur, is it going to go through that line of dialogue as if I've been clicking on that the first time? And if I don't, then just going to go through that? I don't know, let me just... Oh, so, Hastur is more of a... Well, I was thinking of, it's just a character. Wait. No, Hastur is the CEO of Carcosa, then. Carcosa Connect. I sort of forgot what the rest of this is meant to be. Is it like, what was that one old, instant messenger, yeah. Whatever that is. It could very well just be, well, it is 1999, so whatever sort of, what is that old-ass, instant messenger called? The one with the yellow dude just running from the side there. It's even showed up in Animated versus Animation as one of the animations being fought there. I mean, I could just look this up really quickly as well. I just gotta know. Is it called AM Instant Messenger? Let me see here. Instant. Or AN. No, it's AOL. That's what that is. Or AIM. AOL Instant Messenger. That's what I was looking for. That's nostalgia, of course. AOL Instant Messenger, huh? Apparently the closest thing to AOL Instant Messenger is Discord. Okay, so where was I? Back to this. Carcosa Connect is meant to be like AOL Instant Messenger. Or something like that. And while it's still in its primitive stages right now, it is sort of nostalgic to look at. Okay, what was I? Yes, sorry, I meant this is not financial advice. Not conspiracy theories. We're here to trade financial advice. This is not financial advice. Okay, better. Think about it. Hector's people do all the work. Everything's departments and compartments, top to bottom. Everything's departments and compartments sounds so funny. Top to bottom. Who says Hector Jones even exists? It's just Evan Hastur, god of shepherds, a myth and a dream. None of which is relevant as long as CRC portfolios are on the rise. Could be the Tooth Fairy for all I care, as long as I'm getting my gains. Just don't trust Hastur. He's gonna overreach, the whole thing will collapse. Carcosa is trying to gobble up too many industries, and FTC is gonna go, hey, WTF you think you're doing? Any day now. What? It'll make the Microsoft antitrust trial look like a carnival sideshow in comparison. Microsoft antitrust trial. I haven't heard about that in a long time. Let me see here. Was it? If this is running parallels to the real world, then the Microsoft antitrust trial would mean that Microsoft was growing too fast and just absorbing too many industries or companies, yeah. So so they started becoming like a monopoly, and they just needed someone else, to be a competitor with them, which is why we even had something like this. Stay silent for now. Carcosa's too big to fail. They're not going to be a bubble. Too big to fail. So if I understand this right, that Carcosa cannot fail, otherwise everything will collapse. Oh, sorry about that. I just need to clear my throat again. Alright, so too big to fail meaning that if it does inevitably fail, that means everything just falls apart. Everything. It can't just be one company that just goes bottoms up. Everything that it was holding together would fall to pieces, and someone else has got to pick up the pieces. Then I've already used that twice. I don't really like saying the same word in the same sentence like that. I'm guessing the too big to fail is inevitably going to happen around Y2K. Where else I say we're headed right for a .com crash in Y2K. Too many companies reaching too far. And Carcosa is not too big to fail. Hastur is not a god, and not the king in yellow. Look, let's table this for now and come back tomorrow. Gotta go. Baby's waking up. Am I hearing this right, friend? Carcosa Online is owned and operated by one of the old ones? Sounds like Richie believes that, at any rate. If so, Hastur has great power. Even beyond being a prototype artificial mind, he operates a mega corporation. Makes sense. Instead of operating like some sort of theater or something like that, and that's as far as I know from what Hastur and the Yellow King, I mean the King in Yellow is all meant to be. You know, he's now running a corporation, a bureaucratic corporation or something like that. It could very well just run parallel to being like a stage play. Let me look back on that and actually start talking about where are you? There you are. The chat room is now closed, but if you need a recap of what you learned... Some investors believe the CEO of Carcosa Online, real name Hector Jones, is actually Hastur. I would advise caution if so, Hastur is a truly powerful individual. So that's all the information I can get, and I won't be able to go back. Well, I did have, let me see here. Let's load back onto that. Okay. Because I was here just talking about it. Neat. Hey, sorry, I just got here. Who is Hastur? It's Richie's dumbass name for Hector Jones, CEO of Carcosa Media. Really? Just Rich, Erich? Richie Rich. Yeah, let's go with that, Richie Rich. Or Richie. Carcosa Media. Wait, is that really what Carcosa Media? Oh, I see. God of shepherds, leading a flock of people who led the other flocks. He's the head of it all, apex of the pyramid, and subject to all sorts of ridiculous conspiracy theories. Dude's just smart as a whip and a great investor, not some shadow puppet master. Okay, shadow puppet master. Yeah, there's the parallels right there. I could see why. I could see how the devs decided to transform or just morph Hastur, not from being like this sort of theatrical like stage play or whatever. Now we have like a puppet master running a company, pulling the strings, and being a shadow where no one's been seeing it. Was just the keyword shadow and puppet master just got me there. None of which is relevant as long as CRC portfolios are on the rise. Could be the Tooth Fairy for all. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Back to that. Okay, so there was no need to actually just stay silent. It's just gonna tell me anyway. If I just talk about it, then it'll just add that as extra information. It's not going to deviate at all. Okay. Talk about Carcosa Online. You're not wrong about CO. Even people who don't use Carcosa Online for internet access still use Carcosa Connect for instant messaging and chat. Oh yeah. I mean, we're using it right now. So you're saying this Hasser runs Carcosa and is going to overextend? Give Hector a little credit. The man is a genius. He knows his limits, and there won't be a bubble. I forget what the bubble is meant to be. All I know is that it sort of happened over in Japan in the past. And that was before it kind of popped. Which is pretty much the entire reason why some of the old heads over in Japanese corporate companies wants to keep it in the old ways, while the new guys or the young heads just want to like change for the better. But the old guard just wants to keep it as is. As far as I know, from what's going on in Japan, is that the Japanese are known for being very stubborn. Whether it's whether you know this from the past, or from companies, or from other electronics companies like Nintendo, Sony, and some other places too. And let me see, those who be like stubborn in the way they operate, especially Nintendo, where well, let me just say that from what I understand, the Japanese does not really want to just borrow any of the current technology. They would rather just invent them for themselves, reimagined for their own way, like as if they'd done it themselves, instead of just borrowing from what's already been here. For Nintendo, for example, we already have like online multiplayer lobbies and all that, but Nintendo decided no, they're going to do it a different way, and innovate on what's been had before it. You know, so that say that they have their own version that would be seen as better. Sometimes these innovations could actually be better than what we have before, but what we have already is already tried and true and doesn't really need to be better. It's just good. Anyway, enough about the bubble and the comparisons there. Okay, as I say, we're headed right for a .com crash in Y2K. Okay, there we go again. Not too big to fail. Okay, so it was only those two. Apparently, just staying silent was fine, and just asking about is like a little extra information. Alright. Whoop, wrong button. I forgot that the right clicking is just brings up the saves. Okay, with that done, let's go to Yogg-Sothoth. What sort of equivalent do we have for this? Oh, Yogg, as in Yoggle. It's Yahoo. Or Google. It's both, really. I'm sure it's more so Yahoo than it is Google. Waffles. Batter Up Waffle Maker. 4.5. $12.94 ratings. 2,000 bought in the last month. $22.24. 11% off. Reviews. 5 out of 5 Go Waffle Maker for the price. Easy to clean, low capacity, but perfectly fine for personal use. Ignore the timing and the beeper. Just cook on setting 4 and wait 6 minutes. I was able to host a waffle night for my neighborhood watch meeting without any issues despite heavy use. That's some good-looking waffles, which I prefer a lot more than pancakes. And okay, yeah, it's exactly that. Oh great, what the hell is this one? We have all these reviews talking about the waffle maker, and then we have this guy who is just insane. Okay, we'll go through this. 1 out of 5. Did not make waffles, do not waste your money. That seems to be like a troll. They always seem to have something like that, and it's always like 1 out of 5. Like, yes, you tested it. It could just be an isolated incident, and not part of, like, everything else here. Like, you always see, like, a 1 out of 5. Like, the one time the device, is broken is, like, when you write this. You don't really, buy another one. I mean, I would, but, let's see. I did once order this, product over in Amazon. It just never showed up. And it never gave me an option for a refund anyway, because it sort of got lost on the way over here in America. I don't even know how that happened, but, well, I'm not gonna order from that Chinese company ever again. And yes, it is Chinese because of the overly long name it had. But it was the only, company that has that particular brand that I was looking for. And since they never showed up, after like a month, I ordered another brand that was similar to the product that I was actually wanting for, and it came in 2 days. I was like, oh, what the hell, man? I should have just ordered this instead. That was like a this product was like a Bluetooth earpiece that I wanted to have. The one I had before was so good that but it just it broke by starting glitching around. It still kind of works. It doesn't work properly. Like I can't connect immediately or disconnect because it's sort of like turns itself on or off randomly. And when it does work, it works. But when it doesn't, well, I have to just spend so much time trying to turn it back on that when it does turn itself on, it turns itself back off. I do really like the product. It's better than having a wired headset because it's wireless, you know. Anyway, okay, what was I? 4 out of 5. Great for healthy eating. Non-stick and removable plates for easy cleanup. Do not store upright or a handle will break. And then we have this insanity. 5 out of 5. Burning planet, dying planet, melty ice, rising water. We are the damned. There's no future and there's no history. We are in a forever drowning now. Starlight calls. Our future is above. We must embrace the impossible or we will all die slow and miserable deaths. Deliver me, Yoxathoth. Only you can take us to the stars. Carve me into the shape of a cube if you must. Slap me alongside the other cubes. I don't care. I need to escape and you are our only salvation. You are the way, that gate, the holder of the silver key. You are the mastermind behind Yoggle. Provide to us in this brief sliver of now will bless information before your ultimate ascendance. And I speak to you through your shopping website. I beg you, I plead, Yoxathoth will rise when the stars are right, and I wish to join them. 5 out of 5. Tasty waffles. Okay. So Yoxathoth is hosting this shopping website, which is meant to be Yahoo. I gotta ask, was Yahoo always like a shopping website before it became everything else? Like its own emailing service, its own search engine that my dad uses a lot, its own news? It pretty much one of those places where you have like your news, your email, your shopping, and your search engine, and whatever else they have there too. So this guy right here in the middle, this long ass message, pleading about the dying planet and how he wants to die and or be with you while you ascend for salvation. speaking you through this shopping website. Oh boy, waffles! Are we buying a waffle maker? No. I was searching Yogg-Sothoth, remember? Darn, I was hoping for waffles. So, Yogg-Sothoth is related to Yoggle, the search engine. Yes? I could have put that together from just Yoggle. I thought it was combining Yahoo with Google. But no, it's just Yogg-Sothoth mixed with Yahoo. I guess that one was a bit more obvious than most. Yeah. Other than the line of thought I had when I first saw Yoggle, it's more so to Yogg-Sothoth than what I initially thought. Hey, do you use Yoggle for your searches? Should we be concerned that there's an old one peeking over our shoulder? No, I use my own proprietary system for hunting and tracking web pages. We are also fully encrypted. One less thing to worry about then. And on second thought, I think I'll get the waffle iron. I could go for waffles. Hooray! I cannot eat them because I am in your computer, but I'm happy when you're happy. Just go ahead and buy that waffle iron. Okay, well, that's all of that. Okay. Hastur, Azathoth, and Yogg-Sothoth. Hiding in plain sight as Carcosa Online, Azza, and Yoggle, respectively. They all have the names of it. Carcosa. I can't help but feel that sort of... I should have just figured that out beforehand. If I ever like looked up the story of the King in Yellow. I feel like that maybe like I'm just losing myself over here. It's not much to go on, but I think I'm ready to try talk to them. I mean, I don't know who to talk to, of course. Where's my waffle iron? Alright. Nothing different over here, other than just looking at this PC here. Cover stories on Doom. I remember downloading it off a local BBS and showing it off at school. Amazing tech.
You have no new messages.
Where's that demonic message I have here?
You have.
Okay, just clicking on it just does nothing here. There's really nothing else to click on other than what is being shown highlighted, which is either this door, this book here, the phone / answering machine, and this other door. There's also the bathroom. It's always 12 o'clock. Okay. I wonder when Second Deacon will be back. It is nice to talk to someone while I'm rambling on about some of the old stuff here. Okay. Hey, Papito, what you doing, boy? Come here. Okay, now we're to start up like a short nap here. Your mind feels more human. End of another week. I did a good job with self-care, making sure I eat, relax, clean up. Did you actually do that? I don't think I've seen you eat, nor relax. You literally just been on the internet browsing. Clean up? Well, look at the state of your room here. I'm sure that your bathroom is clean. Your living room is also clean, but your bedroom here is not. Now to get some well-deserved rest. Now, I wonder if I need to do that at all, because at this point, well, here we go. There's still like 2 options here. Well, let's go look at the TV. There's probably something new to look at each time I click on this. May as well relax and watch a bit of TV first. Or maybe it's just going to repeat. I don't know. Well, that makes sense.
Temperatures will remain unseasonably warm this week.
Arkham Innsmouth. I do know that this is the location of where the Shadow over Innsmouth is located at. Massachusetts. Arkham Innsmouth.
Temperatures will remain unseasonably warm this week.
Unseasonably warm. Just a little bit more than usual, huh? It's all in Celsius. I don't know what that means. It could very well be just being Fahrenheit. You see, the problem here is it's just I grew up with Fahrenheit. I don't know about much about Celsius. Alright, I guess that's it then. It's just gonna repeat. Looks like nothing interesting on the airwaves tonight. I'll check again tomorrow. All we have is like this one thing there. Okay, let's... It's not gonna be running parallel with the shadow over Innsmouth. I mean, it's gonna be close enough. It's just gonna share the same setting. Where we're like in Massachusetts, and the county of Arkham, in the city of Innsmouth, or town. It's a waning crescent moon tonight, just a little sliver of light. Alright. Consult the Necronomicon. From Namitech. To invoke an old one, please enter their ancient name. The dialer. Alright. Looks like I can't really talk to Dagon either. Who do I even want to start with here? I can talk to either one. I can even go back to talking to Nyarlathotep. Haster? Yogg-Sothoth? Azathoth? I don't know which one. I mean, I could always go to talk to Azathoth. My mind is chaotic. Maybe Haster. I'll go save right here if I ever want to go back to these choices here. I gotta remember the right click leads to that. Okay. Which one of these would lead to some progress here? Or if I can... I wonder if this is like, meant to be like a dating site. I mean, dating sim, you know? Where I just choose one of these four. I'm missing Dagon, but I probably won't be able to talk to them unless the moon is either empty or full. Well, new or full. Let's see. It's really the entire shenanigans of this game where I ended up just an hour and a half into this, and I haven't yet invoked into any one of these guys. Okay. Who do I want to talk to? I guess Haster then. Now contacting Haster at Carcosa.com. Huh, so that's what you look like. Like a cog in the machine, all in order. I don't know, maybe I could always go back and talk to someone else. Or I could talk to all of them and then just choose which one I want to go along with for today. Haster. Fiscal quarters looking strong, but looks can be deceiving. Don't rest on your laurels. Don't get complacent. Early bird gets the worm. I wonder if I wonder if they were in the middle of something before we just started talking to them. I also do like the fact that this guy has like an image mask of like machinery in the background, just ticking away with cogs, gears, belts, and everything else. I think I just messed up on that sort of analogy there. Going to need to shore up ahead of the strange Aeon. To remain a market leader, Carcosa will weather storm. Batten down the hatches, Sparky. Excuse me? Do you have an appointment? Your people really should call my people. We don't do back channels. That is kind of cool how Haster looks like this. An actual human-looking sort of person. I do really like this character model. It doesn't look like your like one of those what was I looking for? Cookie cutter designs, I guess. They actually do have a different facial structure instead of like the classic teardrop design that I've always see here. I think Nyarla Thotep had a different head shape as well. Where let me see here. It's not like an upside down teardrop, you know, like pointed chin, round head, but sort of like a bit more rounded, which I do appreciate more. It's kind of hard to connect with any of these characters. They all end up looking the same, with the only difference being their clothing, of course, but mostly their hair and their eyes just being of a different shape, color, with their nose just being either a line or a dot, and their chin just being a point, just pointy with a round head. You know, teardrop shape. Well, upside down. This guy has like a square jaw and looking a bit older. Refreshing, honestly. Okay, what was I? Wait, you're the rookie, aren't you? The Necronomicon hopeful. I read that weirdly. The Necronomicon hopeful. Figured you'd be on my doorstep at some point. You already know about me? A bit. You can get where I am by not being in the know. Be informed, be prepared. Well, this guy looks cool. I'd say I know that blasted laptop more than I personally know you. It's been don't go back to what I just almost said there. It's been a continual source of concern, thanks to Alhaz's meddling. I don't even know who Alhaz is meant to be. Could very well be an acronym for something. I'd love to destroy it, but it keeps eluding me, as if someone's purposely hiding it. Not that I'm accusing you. Sorry. Let's not get off on the wrong foot. I already sort of like this guy already. Not just being like, some sort of, bigot bureaucrat. Just more like a helpful gentleman here. Well, I guess that is because he him being of order, of course. Come on in, Sparky. Make yourself at home. Take a load off. I could spare a bit before I need to get back to work. Have a seat. Huh. The image mask has just turned into like a window of the outside world of autumn, just having the leaves fall on. Makes me think he's just warming up or something, or being friendly, you know. Hey, it's a lot different from when Nyarlathotep just have like the image mask be her of just having like a rainstorm behind her, like a gloomy rain, before it just transforms into chaotic rainbows and fire in the background. I'm already at home and sitting, so I shovel in my seat a bit to get comfy. Okay, I mean I could do the same here. Hey, Papito. Gonna move a little bit. Papito, my dog, is still sitting on my lap here, just sleeping. I have this blanket on for him. I do have the AC on because it's just really hot outside. But Pepito himself, since he's a Chihuahua, gets cold easily, so I put a blanket on him. Okay, where was I? Guessing you've met other old ones. Been rightly spooked by them. Ghosts in the machines, eh? Monsters. Honestly, total monsters. Can't trust them any farther than I can spit a rat. But me? You can trust me. I'm here to help. Do not believe their lies. You don't know these guys. You don't know how the old ones operate. Like, they could just lull you into a false sense of security, especially Haster of all people here, which beforehand was described as like a shadow puppet master, maybe here to manipulate your feelings into trusting him. Hell, he may have already done so already when he just warmly introduced himself to me. But now I also see that the image ask is just transformed into like a film reel, which has like dust, static, and piece of hair just kind of you know, film grain. Film grain is what I was referring to. Okay. And then it changed. It's still like film grain. Yeah. Oh, and then it stopped. To pure blackness. Oh, and then back again. Actually, what do you know about me? Plenty of rumors and stories swirl, and I hate for you to misunderstand my role in the matters. Okay. So we're up to this point right here. I'll go to this one right here. I could choose from any sort of dialogue if it all leads to the same thing, you know? Let me see here. First option. Keep this simple, emphasize his role with Carcosa. Second option. Show worshipful humility before Haster, Lord of Shepherds. Third option. If he's the king in yellow, he'll respect dignity and respect. Well, yeah, his this character sprite has him mostly colored yellow, with some additional other things behind him. The guy already looks already has like a cool design. Now, which one to choose from? I'll keep it simple. I know you're the CEO of Carcosa Online. A lot of people speculate about you, since you don't make public appearances. Kind of hard to shake hands and kiss babies when you've got no physical body, Sparky. But being an artificial mind has advantages. The fact that this guy is calling me Sparky is calling mine to Yuriko from Warframe. You know, Fortuna. And she always called me Sparky, most because the Warframe itself is more of a tin can that's emitting sparks. Especially since I often used the Volt Warframe. Oh, wait, I forgot. Is it Excalibur Mag Volt? Am I doing that? I forgot the guy's name. Is it Volt? I gotta look at this really quickly because I need to confirm what I've been saying here. Let me see. Really quickly now. Come on, go back. There you go. Okay, let me check out the Warframe. Is it? Yes, it's Volt. He's called that. Man, it's been a long time since I last played Warframe, but I just gotta, you know. Okay, so Volt, yes, who is the electric themed Warframe, known for speed and being like, well, he has like it can shoot like an electric bolt, can move at high speeds, can use an electrical shield to defend himself, and able to use like a sort of EMP that overloads everything else around him. Now, I've been using him as like a sniper, really, where I have like the Lanka Corpus sniper rifle, and I had that maxed out with some crits and electricity, and combining that with this electric shield to multiply the critical hit, so it'll always red crit. Anyway, where was I? There's a lot of things right here that reminds me of Warframe. Not just because it is kind of used the word Fortuna first, along with all these artificial minds being the equivalent of a cephalon. I keep my house in order just fine from the virtual office. I like it. Puts the focus on the work, not on me. I feel a man should disappear into his work. Glory is a resource to share, not hoard. Am I a king? Perhaps, but the kingdom matters more. Please, think of me as Hector. I'm a bit stuck with Haster, but that's not by choice. So, this guy was known as Hector before he was transformed into an old one via the artificial mind process, or cephalon as I refer to them. And these guys, it's like one of those. I think I made this comparison before. It's like one of those Reddit auto-generated usernames. And most of the time they are gibberish, which is probably why they kind of decided on that. So it makes sense for why their names are so garbage. Well, not really. More like incomprehensible. I mean, unpronounceable. Yes. But in this case, it's sort of similar to the humans' old names. Okay. They don't choose the names. I mean, and not by choice. It's just forced upon them. Hector's the name I was baptized under. And I like to think I remain true to that. Know thyself, I say. Know thy name and thy limits. You won't find a friendlier, more approachable old one. No way. No how. Hector's here to be of help. Could very well just be a front before he just grasped me with his thrall. So, you know why I'm here. If you met Alhaz, you know the mess he left behind on his laptop. The yellow sign, right? A phenomenon which had no proper name until that brat Nancy Pearl trying to blame me for it. Huh. I do know that the yellow sign is mostly affiliated with the King in Yellow because it's called the Yellow Sign. And we have another character called the King in Yellow, which is you, Haster. And it didn't have like a proper name until this character, Nancy Pearl, created it with the strange aeons and then blamed you for it. Is that true? I don't know. Well, indirectly, suppose she's right on the money, but she wholly misunderstood my intentions. What is your intention with the yellow sign? Or whatever it actually is before it was called yellow sign. For what it's worth, you got my sympathy for the pain you've been going through. You didn't choose this fate. Fortunately for you, I'm ready and willing to help. Well, that's nice of you. I think. So you can cure me? No need. I can have you uploaded to Carcosa to join the other artificial minds in my walled garden. Oh, yeah. So that's how that he plans to cure me. Not being helpful, he just wants me to be a part of his garden. Honestly, I do really like this image here, where the image mask is just that of autumn leaves falling. And this image of him just smiling here, like a cool old man. I do like that fedora he's wearing. And yes, it is a fedora, not a trilby. You can tell because the brim of the hat is not curled up. If it is curled up, then that's a trilby. But since it's wide, then it's a fedora. It's certainly no cowboy hat. Then it would have like the pinched end at the top. Hear me out, please. Hear me out. No, I will not hear you out. Because anytime anyone ever says that, it involves some gross implications. No. Especially because you always hear that whenever you see some sort of anime girl. Anyway, it's a finer sales pitch than you might suspect. Instead of reversing the process, we complete it. Your soul takes its rightful place in my royal court, and you abandon your flesh. So he himself just wants to get through with this, so I'm not in pain. So instead of like curing me from the pain of the process of the yellow sign, he decides to skip the entire process, go straight to being an artificial mind, abandoning my flesh, so I am no longer in pain. You can't be in pain if you have no feelings, like no nerve endings, no way to feel as if you're real. Immortal, safe, secure, prosperous, and thriving. No more struggle, no more pain. The encrypted servers of Carcosa can be your new home. I don't know if I want to do that either. On one hand, it is a sort of a way to be immortal, you know. But the other thing is that, from what I've learned of like the nightmare of the game Soma, and also SCP-049, at least I think that's the correct SCP designation. I'll look this up while I go talk about like let's see, SCP-049, if that's true. No, that's wrong. That's wrong. 049 is the Plague Doctor. God damn it. Which is the one that's the old AI? 049. No, 079 is what I was thinking of. 79. Yeah. 049. No, that's wrong completely. 079. Okay. Anyway. So, there was like 3 things I was thinking of when we're right here, you know. Originally for these AMs, I was thinking they could be like similar to SCP-079, where they were just ordinary AI that just evolved just increasing efficiency and optimizing themselves so much they became sapient. Or they could just be like Soma moment where it was a human mind that's been copied and pasted into the server and formed this thing. And of course, the way that it works for computers is that they don't ever moving and transfer or uploading doesn't work. It's more like copy paste, where you copy the original source code and then delete it. That's how that works. When you have things that upload, well, more like moving from one part of the file or folder or server into another. But in this case, all of this is more so in the way of that Warframe does it, where the cephalons are created from glassing these humans and transforming their bodies, well, into glass, and their minds and soul into AI, into this program. But I gotta say, is it actually murder for when this happens? It's like the teleporter theory, where is it actually you or just a copy of you? Is it actually just a cloner that instead of an actual teleporter, where your human body, everything about you, is ripped to shreds before being teleported to another part of the world and or universe or planets or whatever, you know, and then just copy and pasted and built from this 3D printer. Like, is that truly you? Which is what I'm thinking here too as well. Okay, moving on. I just need to know where you live, so I can send a trusted technician to help. Can't trace your signal for some reason. Oh boy. That's not good. You don't really want anyone to know that that you're here. Send a technician, trusted, you say, to help. That could very well be a lie. Kind of strange that such an old laptop computer keeps eluding me. Here we are, talking and conversing, yet I can't find you. Is it the encryption on my network that's stopping him? But past NNC owners may not have had that. So anyone who had the Necronomicon had no encryption to hide them from anyone tracking their location. Oh, I see from that you have an animation. That's cool. Looks like you have your finger tapping as if you're waiting. Like, from when I looked at like Nyarlathotep's image mask, it's just like you know, just a firestorm and rainbows and glitch effects. But for Haster himself here, there's an actual idle animation along with the image mask of being like a cog in the machine learning, thinking, and all that. It's a simple animation where it's just 2 frames where it has this sort of crossfade. I don't really like crossfade. I'd rather have like additional frames to make it look like it's animated. Hell, even just no crossfade is good enough for me, as long as you do the animation a bit faster than this. Okay. Whatever it is, probably best not to kick my problem-solving impulse into action. Staying hidden is good. Well, suppose it doesn't matter, right? Let's get to work, you and I. We're going to reshape this world together. That there, though. Huh. The bold seems to me an option that helps align myself to the idea for the old god. Like, do I really want to align myself with Haster? Option 1. Why would he want me to join him? He barely knows me. Option 2. If I can't reverse this, maybe finishing it would be a good option. 3. I want to stay human, not become an artificial mind. Okay, so, which one here is the neutral option? Probably this one, or that one. This one seems to be in line with his ideas here. Okay. I mean, I did that with Nyarlathotep, but maybe it could be pretty good with this. I don't know. Sure. If I can't reverse this. If there's no way back to who I was, I guess I could go all the way, become an artificial mind. Was that what I aligned myself beforehand? I don't think so. I could just go back, you know. Your mind feels more orderly. All I'm doing with this life is hacking video games and haunting my own home. Carcosa could give me a new purpose and safety. Safe as houses, friend. Safe as houses. Aster liked that. And don't worry about fitting in. I'm sure we could find some role that suits your talents. I got an eye for talent, Sparky. Always have. I'm a curator, you see, a collector. I find top talent, the best and brightest, and give them a chance to shine. I think it beforehand. I believe I was about to say, give them a shine to chance. Okay. Carcosa is a data fortress, a kingdom of intellect and creativity where artists and scientists and economists can thrive. Our little slice of heaven. Reminded me of more of like something similar over to in Warframe, where we have Cephalon Samaris and his datascape, the Sanctuary. You know, it's kind of weird how I'm running parallel to Warframe with that, especially the Cephalons. Never really gave it that much thought, but I guess Cephalon Samaris himself could be seen as Haster, and if his data fortress, the datascape, the Sanctuary, is meant to run parallel to all this. It's just a funny coincidence. Although Cephalon Samaris is just a floating computational AI of trapezoids, and he's mostly orange in color, not yellow, but it's close enough to being yellow, I guess. I gotta ask if I want to keep myself neutral or close enough to be neutral here or there. Otherwise, I'll probably just go back to the options I had beforehand. The corporation known as Carcosa Online is my forward extension of that philosophy. Our bulwark against the strange Aeon. We provide good families the online resource they need without the trash of the unfiltered internet. Our walled garden provides for all. Unfiltered trash. That is the internet. Describes it really well. It's taken years of careful recruiting, but I've pulled together an organization of willing minds, giving them digital immortality. You yourself have given these people the yellow sign. Now, how do you actually go about turning these guys into AMs or cephalons? A cyberspace elite, then. In ambition, yes, but not built on the back of the broken systems you are laboring under. Perhaps it's un-American to say this, huh? But I don't feel this nation has lived up to the vision of its founding fathers, but Carcosa can. So many biases are reinforced by capitalism. Vast, untapped potential hidden behind layers of racism, sexism, and more. Therefore, I sniff out the wheat from the chaff myself. I seek potential, because accomplishment is often denied to the deserving. It all makes sense if this is how Haster really is being portrayed as. Especially since what he is saying is true, or maybe I've just gotten under his throne. So not just like diplomats and brilliant thinkers and huge celebrities. Greatness is not a stable metric. Our society allegedly ensures continuity of brilliance, but enforces that through a fail upwards mentality. City on a hill. America is not a true meritocracy, but in Carcosa, we can achieve the American dream. We can be that shining city on the hill. Alright, so we have here is like Haster is kind of appealing to the American dream here. Carcosa is America too. Carcosa Online is a for-profit corporation, yes, but money is merely a means to an end. A means to an end. Gather enough power to achieve our goals. A means to an end. See that phrase a lot. Are you exceptional? Unique? Not right now. But offering you immortality so that your potential can be fully developed? I see that as a fine trade. So, what's your skill set? Skill set? Well, you're not a dedicated lazeabout, right? You've got a career, ambitions and goals. From what I know about my character is that he's like tech support, and his day job is tech support. But as a hobby, he sort of is like an internet hacker, mostly for cracking games and from the copy protect and all that. And maybe he does just laze about. Let me see here. Option 1, 2, and 3. For 1, presumably Carcosa could use another computer tech. 2, maybe Carcosa needs a hacker, a security expert. I mean, one is more honest, the other one is more of a sinister option, by a hacker. 3, I just want to stay human and survive. Not too much to ask for. Well, this one's kind of like not a direct answer, but these two are. This one seems to be more of a safe option, while this one's more of a darker option. This one is more true to the character, and this one's just for the day job aspect. Let's go with the second one. So, in my spare time, I like to break digital protection systems, but that can be flipped around easily enough. Work for you as a security consultant rather than a digital B&E specialist. Bit of a snake in the grass, are you, Sparky? Let me say that again. So him being mad is just having his kind of warm disposition just transform into this sort of gray, washed out gray-liking film grain. Yeah. Just being a bit of a snake in the grass, are you, Sparky? Hardly a job skill, but I suppose it could be applied somewhere. Oh, not a job skill, you say? I guess the first option would be a little bit more useful then. Well, there it goes again. A little bit warmer now. I'm ready to help you turn that uncouth lifestyle around and truly start thriving. That's what I'm offering. But honestly, I should probably at least try to stay human before I give up and take your offer. Try to survive the yellow sign intact. It's tempting, gotta admit, but I need to stay the course on this until I run out of options. Fair enough, fair enough. I think it's a mistake, but it's your right to make. Still, my offer stays open. When you're ready to give up on this fool's errand and abandon mortality, I'll be here for you. Suppose talking to this old man's a bust, then. Let me say that again. Suppose talking to this old man's a bust, then. Since I can't give you what you think you need. Unless you know a way to reverse the yellow sign. Afraid not, Sparky. I'm a powerful man, but that power's beyond me, really. The sign is an insidious thing, a forced conscription to our ranks. Forced conscription. That doesn't sound good. Irreversible, you say? There may be a way to reverse it, but from what I know now, that's not an option. You are powerful, in a sense that you are like part of the top dog on the food chain in a mega corporation, like Carcosa. Now that's a new sprite. I wish I'd never commissioned it in the first place. Really? It is. Yeah, that does make much less. This is like, it's kind of looking beyond into the sky as the clouds shift, and sunlight is peering through these ever-changing clouds. Wait, you created the yellow sign? Commissioned. I worked for Namitech on the first artificial mind system. I had my top researcher at the time design it. Well, yeah, I do know that the yellow sign is associated with Haster, of course. So Nancy Pearl isn't entirely wrong to blame me, but we should rightly blame her for spreading it outside of the laboratory setting. In many ways, it could be a path to our salvation, but I've often thought the price may be too high. Man, this option is always funny to choose. Okay, so these other options, as from what I'm gathering, don't actually change the story much. This actually does. The ones in bold. As far as I can tell from just selecting through all the dialogue options here. I mean, I did choose the bold ones from when I was conversing, invoking with Nyarlathotep. Nyarlathotep, yeah. 1. Agreed. Artificial minds are unethical and dangerous. 2. Immortality allows us to better service mankind. 3. It's better to deal with what is then what could have been. What is then what could have been. That is a weird sentence to parse. I feel like there should have been a comma somewhere. It's better to deal with what is, comma, than what could have been. Yeah, that sounds better. always just go agree with Haster here. Immortality allows us to better service mankind. Mine feels more orderly. I think just doing this is keeping my head balanced with the chaos. Let me see. I think I chose the option like maybe twice or 3 times. You know, for the chaos one. Does each option of chaos or order add like 10% to my mind? I think I've done that like twice for being chaotic, and then choosing the sarcastic one, it adds more chaos to it, so another 10%. Okay, so from the option from what I chose from either just speaking normally, just speaking it sarcastically, or just speaking it perfectly, is like the difference between neutral, chaotic, and orderly. By embracing the digital existence, we can better work as tools to serve humanity. We can help find a glorious future for everyone. The cost is high, but the rewards we'll reap are well worth it. Aster liked that. Precisely, Sparky. Gotta risk it for the biscuit. That's using your noodle. And that's 2 food metaphors. I should be careful with those. I don't want to remember what it's like to be hungry. Oh man, imagine just being turned into a computer and having to give away with human desires, yeah. For one thing, you won't be able to feel, whether physically or mentally, in a way. For second, give away from the feeling of hunger. And third, just giving away from the feeling of you didn't use the bathroom. Because that goes both hand in hand. And the third option, well, fourth one honestly, is the feeling of, well, lust, of course. Or love. Lust, really. Anyway, if I'm the king in yellow, it's only because I want to serve my kingdom to the best of my ability. And the yellow sign opens that path. But conscription, in the manner of Nancy Pearl, no. That's not the way. I prefer volunteers, myself. I make my pitch, I sell the package, and close the deal. I'm not the sort to force a bargain on an unwilling buyer. I found that approach fails. So you've done that yourself. I found that approach fails, more often than not, and I've made mistakes along the way, before coming to this conclusion. So it has to be a choice, instead. You're not gonna... Well, that's exactly what happened when I opened up the Necronomicon. Huh? Well, hello there, Pumpa. Coming in with a raid of 3. How is everyone going there? The 9 raid, chip based. So how are you guys doing here? Because, well, it's getting pretty close to, the end of my stream. I'm just right now talking to Haster here. Right before I end it as well. Okay. And I was also giving him my initial thoughts of what Haster said right here, before, and when he's talking about the yellow sign, because he himself is not just gonna blast this cognito hazard into my face like it did when I opened up the Necronomicon. Okay. I'm not a god. I try to be godly, to live up to the silly crown they claim it is mine. But I'm not the king of kings, and no human king has divine right. My apologies if I came on a bit strong. I had your best interests at heart, but I promise not to demand fealty. Let's get our footing back. You've got other trees to bark up, but no sense we can't chat a bit before you go. That's nice. Let me ask more questions. Any questions for this old man, Sparky? Okay. Why does he keep calling me Sparky? Whom does he think I should talk to next? Has have you ever actually met Cthulhu? I would like to save this option here. Alright. Hmm. Let me go with this third option. There's an old one I don't know much about. Cthulhu. Can you give me any pointers there? Nira said never, ever, to contact him. Wouldn't trust much, Nira says, but she's not wrong about that. Cthulhu's the worst of the worst. The origin point of all our miseries. Even us so-called gods steer clear of that one, Sparky. My deal may not be to your liking, but his deals are bargains with Lucifer himself. Suppose I've eaten up enough of your time. I'll leave you be, Sparky. When you're ready to take my deal, just tell me up. I'll always be here and ready to talk. Pastor trusts you more. Think we could do great things, you and I. When you're ready to join us in the garden, Carcosa will truly thrive. Be seeing you. Okay, so that's the end of that. Okay, let's go back to the other options. I'm pretty sure it all leads to like the same line of dialogue after that. Because that wasn't really much. All it did happen here was like I just clicked the option to know a little bit more of Cthulhu, and that was pretty much it though. Okay. I think this will do next. My name's Blanco, not Sparky. Just like FYI. Yes, that's what I called you, Sparky. Did I pronounce it wrong? You didn't actually just call me Blanco. You just call me Sparky. Do you not see me as who I am? You think I'm someone else? No, I'm saying you've been calling me Sparky this whole time instead of Blanco. Is that not what I've been saying? Well, not the first person to tell me I'm getting names wrong. Suppose an old man gets forgetful, artificial mind or not, or no. Am I at least getting your pronouns right? I know you young folks are very keen on that, and I want to learn. I'm pretty sure the entire thing about pronouns was just a new development in humanity. Probably somewhere around 2013 to 15 is when we're really just getting into that. Hey, Babita, what are you doing? I guess my friend Bum Bum just kind of Raiden went. Raiden ran. Because I don't really see them say anything more than that. Well, it is at the very end of the stream anyways. Anyway, let's see. Getting your pronouns right. Well, yeah, you have. The names, though, yes, that's fine. Even if you don't get it immediately. The pronouns, though, I guess that could be hard. I'm he, him. Well, yeah, I did choose that. Splendid. I'm he, him, if it weren't obvious. Well, yeah, of course. Shouldn't really be saying if it's obvious, though. Since you gave up your human body, you could practically be anything. Unless, of course, that this digital avatar representation is what you used to look like. I'd say we've got the start of a good working relationship. I'd offer a handshake, but, well, no hands, eh? Suppose okay, now we're back to this. I don't think any of that actually... that one did end up being a little bit more, you know? Okay. This one was a short one. This was more about, more of a SJW kind of aspect to the game. And this. I'm checking in with all the old ones, trying to find someone who can cure me. Do you have any recommendations? I've already talked to Nero, for instance. Nero. Poor soul, that one. Wouldn't trust her, not 1 inch, but a poor soul indeed. You could check in with Yog Sothoth, I think he calls himself. We used to be partners in all this. but I doubt he'll be of any use to you now. I feel my deal is the best you're going to get. But sure, take your tour. Weigh your options. Suppose, okay, now we're, okay, that was just as short as the other one. But at least this one's pointing me in the direction of just talk to Yogg-Sothoth next. And back to this line of thought. It just trusts you more. It's kind of nice. And you know what's interesting here is that one of the things that I wanted to do with my entire stream setup is that the live chat you see sometimes that just blinks on screen for about for about 5 to 10 seconds is that it was originally meant to be like the Game Boy printer just popping up occasionally like that, like you see on the screen here, but I never managed to get that to work properly. Like, I want it to be like on screen, but from what you see here, it doesn't quite fit. I do have like my digital avatar here, the Discord stream overlay thing of me as a Game Boy cart, just wiggling around whenever I talk. I originally wanted that to be like on the outside frame of the overlay, but it looked much better within the frame. This is more so for like what's the word I'm looking for here? Why are these words escaping me? Immersion. Yeah, that's the word. Immersion. Yeah. Like if you're looking at my stream in full screen, without actually having like the mouse on screen, kind of having like the Twitch playback or even YouTube playback get in the way. You just kind of see it like as it is cool looking. I like that. Of course, there is like some of the other stuff I have up, like where the live chat just goes over the edge of the Game Boy overlay, and I did try to push that upwards, but it didn't work. It ended up just cutting itself in half. And the same thing with the alerts that I have here. Any case, though, let's go back to this. Be seeing you, yeah. Probably the most coherent of the old ones I'll run into. The least threatening too. Oh, you say? I mean, it could very well just be just a ploy, you know? Because you can't really believe their lies. All of them are lying to you, in one way or another. Just trying to get in your head, to play with your emotions, to make you their ally, to become one of them. You either be part of the chaotic gods or part of the orderly gods. Yeah, he wants to pulp my brain and turn me into a digital subject of his royal court, but at least he's asking nicely. That is true, he is asking nicely. Or maybe that's just a mask, where he's just only doing that to get on my good side. But this isn't a cure. This isn't what I need, and it's time to move on. Yeah. Save that. Just place that, like, right there. Alright. December 4, 1999, Saturday. You know what that is. And, well, I've already saved it. Go to the main menu. This is what I'm gonna do. I don't want it to go much longer than it should be, because last time I ended up having like 3 hours of this game. I'm just gonna have like maybe one entire day, or as much as I can fill in 2 hours, because this is starting to get good, but it's also pretty long. I didn't expect it to be this long either. I was like making comparisons to Kinniku Neku Super Muscle Cat, where it was a sort of a short platformer game, and I was kind of expecting this, you know, being free and all, to be like a short virtual novel that may last either 1 or 2 streams, where it would be like either 2 or 4 hours. No, this is actually going to be like a full playthrough that I didn't expect to happen, but it is real cool, you know. After reading like the synopsis on all the other old ones here, well, on their own, and this is just a representation of them, because why not? Knowing about Cthulhu, knowing about Yog-Sothoth, Hastur, Nyarlathotep, even Dagon and Azathoth. You know, as far as I know, Azathoth is meant to be like one of the first old ones. Like being at the center of like the Big Bang, being a dream where well, being asleep, being an idiot god because this Azathoth is more of a mindless being with no thought process at all, I think. At least I think that's what that means. So let's see, what did I do today in this stream? Well, what I did was mostly just look through all the other gods and see what they're all about, making comparisons to all the other companies that this game is making like the trope, you know, bland name, but replacing like all the actual brand names with something a bit more fitting with the setting, like Yoggle being Yahoo mixed with Google. Not really, just Yahoo, but being affiliated with Yog-Sothoth. Napster being called Crawlster, and being affiliated with Nyarlathotep. Carcosa Online, which I think is like Microsoft Online, or something like that, or AOL. I don't know. And being affiliated with Hastur. Businesses, or Puppet Master. It sort of fits. Yeah, it fits.